In this video tutorial, you will learn how to set up data sending and control of switching devices using the Modbus RTU and ModbusTCP protocols. Before starting to work with the configuration, it is recommended that you watch the video tutorial opening and saving of configuration file. Next, we will consider setting the protocol in the configurator software. Similar settings can be made in the Smart Monitor software. After successfully opening the configuration file, go to the System Parameters section. To enable sending data to external devices using the ModbusTCP protocol, open the Ethernet Protocols tab, select ModbusTCP, and make sure the checkbox Protocol Enabled is checked. If the protocol is not in the list, it can be added by selecting it from the drop-down list. The maximum number of clients that can be connected to the IED via the ModbusTCP protocol is 10. Similarly, make sure that the Modbus RTU protocol is available in the Serial Protocols tab. Next, go to the Communication Parameters tab. In this tab, we set the parameters of the required ports, Ethernet for ModbusTCP, and RS-485 for Modbus RTU, as well as IED address. For more information about configuring network parameters, see the video tutorial on configuring ED2 devices IED network parameters. For subsequent configuration of data reception in external client devices, you can use a report in MS Excel format containing the addresses of all signals available in our IED via the Modbus RTU and ModbusTCP protocols. To generate a report, go to the menu Service, Reports, and select Modbus Data. At the end of the generation, the report will automatically open. A similar report can be generated in the Smart Monitor software. To do this, in the menu Main, Reports, select Data Description for Modbus. To configure the control of switching devices via the Modbus protocol, go to the section Switching Devices. Setting of switching devices via Modbus protocol in most of the parameters is similar to setting according to the IEC 61850 protocol, so first we recommend that you familiarize yourself with the video tutorial Logical Nodes of IEC 61850 for switching devices. Then, we will consider setting only a part of the parameters necessary for controlling switching devices via the Modbus protocol. For example, let's set up a disconnector. In the position signaling parameter, the common value is selected for a switching device with a common drive for 3 phases. The per phase value is selected for a switching device with a separate drive for each phase. In the Communication Interface parameter, select the required Ethernet or RS-485 interface. And for the Program Protocol parameter, Modbus TCP or Modbus RTU, depending on the selected communication interface. The control model is selected based on the required control method for the switching device. Direct mode is used to control a switching device simultaneously by several clients. Mode with confirmation, select before operate, is used to control the switching device with the capture of control by one client. The disabled value is set only when it is necessary to display the position of the switching device, without the ability to control it. The option of adding and removing switching devices, as well as changing the type parameter, is additionally provided for the IED with bay controller functions. The functionality code of the IED can be found in the System Parameters section, IED Parameters tab. Next, in the Parameters area, specify the control command signals for the selected switching device. To control the switching device, it is enough to specify tripping signal and closing signal. If there are no suitable signals in the drop-down lists of these parameters, or there are no signals at all, then in the Modules section it is necessary to check the presence of the corresponding virtual module of binary inputs, as well as the pulse mode set for this module. The pulse mode is used to limit the duration of control commands received via the Modbus protocol. If there are no free signals in the existing virtual modules, you can add an additional module from the library. Be sure to check the checkbox Pulse Mode for the added module. Additionally, in the logic diagram, it is recommended to make sure that the corresponding signals from the virtual module of binary inputs are connected to inputs close command and trip command in the functional control module of the switching device being set. It is also possible to reassign close command and trip command signals to the functional control module of switching devices. For more details about working with signals and the logic diagram of IED, see the video tutorial on configuring the ED2 IED's binary inputs, outputs, logic signals and indication and creation and testing of interlocking logic and switching device control. To switch the switching device, it is necessary to write the command to control function 6 or 16 in the appropriate register. The register addresses for selecting and controlling each switching device can be found in the Modbus data report. This completes the configuration of the control of switching devices via the Modbus protocol. After completing editing the configuration, you must save it through the File menu or by clicking on the Save button on the toolbar. This video tutorial is over. We hope it was useful to you. Thank you for your attention.